Welcome to DP2 Insights. In this video, we're going to take our first look at the Setup tab in the Manage Images or Chromakey workflow. So from the Setup tab, we have 4 subtabs: Product Types, Background, Subject Info, and Rules. I'm going to do a series of hopefully shorter videos so we can take apart all the different ways that you can implement Chromakey backgrounds without having to do everything, because there's a lot of different ways that you can approach this, using macros, using subject information, using some of the basic product design features to be able to get a Chromakey workflow based on some of the things that you're already doing. In addition, we'll also talk about subject information and rules as they were designed to manage images. So the first concept is product type. A product type allows you to set up a definition for how you are going to organize your backgrounds further down the workflow. Product types, as you can see, I have multiple product types here. If you don't have any product types, you can select the school defaults, and it'll go ahead and set up some of the basic ones for you. To create a new one, and again, I'm creating a definition that I need to use later. It's really a matter of, and maybe I'll just call this package 4 or package AA. It really just depends on what it is you need. As an example, you can have different types of packages. You could have service items so that you could have some things that are based on subject information, some things that are product-based, other things that, or job-based, other things that are, you use rules and so on, and customer IDs. So you have a lot of flexibility and a lot of control. So it's simply a matter of going, new. Now I have a new definition. I can go through the process. For this video, the next step or the next tab is backgrounds. And then I'm going to show you a couple of things about backgrounds. So the first thing that I want to point out is the product images window. If you do not have a product images window, and I know some labs have deleted this, or they deleted the record in the order data table, because every image in DP2 has to have order role frame, so that product images data are listed. You'll see them, or you might have seen them. They started out in the order data table. In this case, when we view the backgrounds, these are all the backgrounds. I brought them into the product images window as a function of other work and as one of the first steps to this workflow. So once I've done that and brought them into the product images window, I went ahead and I just drag and drop them in here. A couple of things about these. You'll notice as an example, these first two, multicolor portrait and multicolor landscape. In the data table that supports the backgrounds, you'll see that we have, because DP2 is designed to be able to understand if the aspect ratio of the image or the crop is portrait as opposed to landscape. In this table it's 0 or 90, and that will allow DP2 to choose the right background based on the image and crop information. This table that's built when I bring new backgrounds into the Manage Images interface includes background ID, and that's essentially what's typed in here. It does not have to reflect the name of the background. In this case, DP2 defaults that way, and it defaults to whatever the aspect ratio of the background image is. But you could make these codes. As you can see down here, I was using codes for some of the other workflows, and I'll explain this as we go. 0 is portrait, 90 is landscape. If you have backgrounds like you can see here that are only landscape, if you have workflows that you need to do that, there's a couple places where DP2 is going to go, it doesn't exist, because this table looks for 0 as a way some of the display, some of the places in the Manage Images workflow that it's displayed. Category can be lab or customer. It can actually be specific to both a customer and even to an order, and there's the path depending on what you're trying to do. To populate this table the easy way, and the Manage Images way, is simply to drag a background onto the Manage Images interface. So as an example, I'll just drag one in here. Once I've brought it into DP2, you can see it's kind of pink. There's the name of the file. I can leave that or name it, use codes if I need to based on customer or whatever, and then save it. You don't have to have the product images window in order to be able to do that. If the image is being brought in as part of an order or is related to a customer, you can simply take it right out of the order images window and drag it onto this window. Same thing. In this case, the file name, I could change it to a code, and then go ahead and save that. Once you have the background, then you can begin to use the background in different scenarios. I want to point out right here that we have 3 different ways to, in this case, asterisks, as in other parts of the database, is for any category, any customer, or any order. But I could have created or brought in a background based on wanting to have it for a specific customer or just for the lab. I could have done it as for a category. I could have done it for a specific customer, and I could have done it for a particular order in a Manage Images or Chroma Key workflow. Thank you.